Hey beautiful, how you doing tonight? Welcome back to Lucky After Dark. Woohoo! So if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit subscribe. I really appreciate all these new subscribers. I love you guys' comments, and I'm so happy actually. Let me make sure my door is locked. This is After Dark, it's late, okay? But I love you guys' comments, and I'm really glad to now be like responding to your comments because it's a lot of fun. I was really shy at first, like I did, get some comments before, but it was so new, and I don't know, for some reason I used to feel like as soon as I would respond to somebody, either they maybe would like attack me or I don't know, or just like, never comment again or something. I just was just shy and nervous, but it's really cool to like interact with you guys. Like, I just love it, and I just appreciate you so much. And real quick, on topic, because this video is about how serious is gay love in prison, it reminded me that I keep forgetting to bring my, love letters. I got a request from 3 different people, and I said that I would do it if I just got one request. Uh, just to do a quick little shout out, I believe it's Miss Leo, but I know for certain Paris and Sanchez have requested that I read some love letters that I have from inside prison. I have some letters. I can't remember if I have some randoms. I do know there was a guy when I was in jail. He did have an actual wife on the outside, and the only reason that I had seen him in jail was because he was there for a trial as like a witness. And while he's there, he's writing me these kites like, oh, I want you to be my wifey and all of this stuff. And he's getting on the phone with his wife. I couldn't believe it. And first of all, the man was not close to my type at all. You know what I'm saying? And then second of all, even if he was, it completely disgusted me that he would, do his wife like that. And then what the hell do I look like to you? Just some common, you know, penitentiary hoe. Not even penitentiary hoe, like a jail hoe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm good. And you can take your cane, honey, and just, get the 2-step in. All right. But I think I still have his letter. And then I got a few letters from Mountain Man that I was with. Cam only wrote one time because the minute that we were friends, and then he moved into the cell with me, so we were dating after that. Like, we weren't really writing each other, but he did kind of like miss that aspect at one point. He was saying like, oh, we never had the courtship of like writing each other letters and stuff like that. And I didn't really care, but he did write me like a letter one time, and I think that I've already pulled it out of like my envelopes, so I believe that I have that. And then I got a bunch of letters from Boss, my prison sugar daddy. I do want to read some of those letters. I don't think I'll be able to read all of them on camera. Maybe not. If I don't get the talking and I just read it, I might be able to read all of them. But I just wanted to just acknowledge that I take your request seriously. I appreciate that you even ask and care, and I want to make a video about it. But I'm not at the house, obviously, and every single time that I come out to record these videos, I keep forgetting to bring it with me. But I'm going to remember one of these days, and I promise you I'm going to record it and post it for you. And I appreciate you, and I appreciate your patience. So, on to this video. How serious is gay love? Oh, only 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Not bad for a little, a little tangent. I usually be doing 10-minute tangents. But gay love in prison is actually very serious. And the thing that's interesting and kind of unusual, I guess, or maybe like might surprise you, because I like to tell you stuff that wouldn't be what you would think, and a lot of it is what you wouldn't think. That's why I'm doing this, you know what I'm saying? Because the image out there is just wrong. It's just, the representation of what it actually is like is completely inaccurate and just all the way hosed up, screwed up. When it comes to like 2 guys in there forming an attraction, first of all, as I've explained in prior videos, it's not like the normal gay community. It's not thought of as 2 guys. If it is, it's in the closet. There is someone that had commented on one of my videos saying that how would it be like for someone like him, because he's like a straight acting gay guy. And I told him that it just doesn't exist in there. Straight acting gay guys, and actually that's a separate video that I'd actually like to talk about, because it's kind of sad. The like forced situation that is placed onto all gay people. It is just what it is, and you either conform or hide away, is just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Straight acting gay guys, when they're in prison, they don't let it be known that they're gay because they see the trouble that it causes feminine guys, like gay guys like myself. You either will just have guys that just want you to suck their dick all the time, or guys that want nothing to do with you. You can't move in the cell with these people. They'll sometimes get on you about using the phone. You're not allowed to touch this phone. You can't use this shower. You can't sit here at this table. Like, it's stressful. It's very stressful. It's very stressful. And then even with the guys that chase you, which, getting to the point, actually getting back on topic, the guys that chase you, they become insanely obsessive, insanely possessive over you. And that can be troublesome because then now every little thing, they're trying to control you, demand all of your time. If you're even speaking to somebody, and it could be perfectly innocent and harmless. It could be a transaction, like maybe not even a sexual one, which I would think a lot of bitches in there, 9 times out of 10, something sexual if they're really agreeing to something with, anybody. But there are plenty of times that it's not. It's just purely, a trade off of some kind. You're trying to get something and buy it from somebody or something like that. Maybe even getting some information, like you didn't heard something about, a friend of yours, or just something, I don't know, it could be anything, and it'll make guys flip out. Some of them queens actually get fucked up, like get the fighting with these guys up in there. But so for the straight acting guys that do come out and they don't want to be in the closet, then they do conform to become womanly, and over time it actually messes with their minds. Like, they start to actually believe there is nothing wrong with guys going into transition and wanting to transition into a female and believe that this is, their identity and who they are. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's only right if that is your choice. You know what I'm saying? It's not right when you are manipulated into thinking like this. And there's a lot of guys over the course of 5 years, 10 years, 12, 15 years, 18 years, that they really start to believe that they should be women, that they are women, and that they need to be transitioning into women, when really they're just a gay guy, but there's no other gay men. They're in an environment, in a world, in a whole lifestyle where it just doesn't exist. There's no such thing. I was lucky because I was refusing to conform, which is why I met Cam, and I got blessed. Honestly, I got blessed. But there was a lot of losers along the road to Cam, and I didn't even think that Cam was really the one. It took a minute for me to actually believe that this was real. You know what I'm saying? It was because of him pushing and changing to show me that he wants to be with me as a man, as a person. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I started to open up and let him in and love him and see how good I have it. But for the many other people, it really just doesn't exist. The guys that pursue these homosexuals, they want them to be as feminine as possible, literally. And that means no facial hair, no body hair, peeing while you sit down, taking hormones if you can get them, in order to develop breast and stuff like that, and play a submissive role. Tuck your penis, get your clothes tailored so this way it's as tightly fitting as possible. And because of all of these things, to actually kind of like get on topic here, it's very serious. It's very serious. Gay love in prison is extremely serious. But the thing that's interesting is it's actually more serious for the men rather than the feminine guys. Because these guys, even though they may be in reality actually attracted to women and they're not really into being with a guy, but it's the companionship that they fall head over heels for. They go years. I don't think you get it. Years. Even, you have people right now, they can't even stay home because they're sick of the last 3 months that they've just been at home. I mean, look at the world, like, or the United States at least. Like, we were all supposed to stay home. It was about 2 to 3 months, I guess, that we was pretty much home. Couldn't go out, social distancing. And now, even though there's no vaccine, everybody is still, like, just eager to get out and just, have some contact with people and just have some space. Think about years. Think about 1 year, everybody doing that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's why prison, it becomes very intense for homosexuals. It is a way more intense experience for a gay person than it is a regular person. Because a regular person, they just have to be stuck in a cell with a guy that they would rather be by themselves, or they would rather be with their family or something like that. They have to be around people that, don't shower well, or just ignorant as hell, stuff like that. They don't want to deal with that, and it just makes them frustrated and just angry. But imagine being romantically, sexually pursued by those same type of people. Funky people, ignorant people, angry ass people. It's really insane. And then since they've gone so long without, having any type of intimacy, having any type of, nice company or conversation, then they 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10 lose their minds, honey. Like, lose their minds. I'm so serious. Like, it really used to scare the shit out of me. Like, I kept trying to understand, what is it that I'm doing that makes these guys have such intense emotions so quickly, so instantaneously, like immediately. But then over time, I started to realize it's nothing that I'm doing. It's purely just a situation. It's just what it is. Like, they're desperate for this. They're starved for this. Like, it's like somebody literally stranded out in the desert with no water, surviving on little plant leaves that they're sucking the water out of, and then all of a sudden they see a nice bucket of water, or have hell, a pool of water. They're just going to drink and drink and drink and drink and drink it. Like, that's really the same exact way that it is in there. So it really becomes very serious. And it's often assumed that the person is going to be glued to you, stuck to you. You got to do everything together, move in the cell with this person, just completely, like, change your life where it 100% revolves around this person. And that's where it gets complicated for a lot of the gay people that either have a lot of guys that they've been messing around with, and now they're, trying to be with their husband and either cut off these other guys. That's very problematic for people. Or a lot of times they try to have their cake and eat it too. Most of the times they try to have their cake and eat it too, and have this husband and still be, sneaking around with 5 other guys. And then that becomes obviously a problem. And I was not trying to have no parts of that. But once I did kind of get to a place where I understood this is just the way that it is, and I have no choice, I have to kind of deal with this, that's when I kind of started to become a little bit more picky. Because initially my focus was just try to find somebody that can protect me and provide for me, and I'll just give them the companionship and the sex, and it's like, we'll be fine. And then when I leave, we go our separate ways, maybe a couple of letters here and there, and then that's it, and call it a day. But I quickly realized that that's not really, possible. If somebody starts to get attached to you, within 24 hours, they will become stuck to you, like completely obsessed with you. And it's usually the guys, the men, actually, not so much the queen, because it's just the difference of, options. They don't have any option but this one person, whereas a queen has 50, 100 options, but they can only get to about 10, you know what I mean, before they're overwhelmed and they're at their number, they're at their limit. You know what I'm saying? That's really how it is. And there's actually a lot of queens that, even in my short time that I was there, I was only in for 3.5 years, like that, I had seen queens get out and get back locked up. There was 2 queens that I had seen that got out and got locked up again, and I couldn't understand it. But then after I got out, that's when I started to think, I'm like, oh, well, I could see where a queen would feel like just like anybody else, I guess, that comes out and they can't adjust, and that's how they probably get locked up again. Or they just feel like they're just so deep in, like, a desperate situation that they feel like they have no chance of success, so they just get locked back up. I think for a homosexual person, they probably would feel like they did better. They were actually surviving life, I guess, better in there than out here. It's like out here, you're just a regular gay guy. Just like me. I'm just a regular gay guy. Of course, I have a here and there somebody that I catch their attention, but it's not like in there. In there, I had every day. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not kidding. Every day, I had several people proposition me for sex every day. And it caused me to, especially after I was in a relationship with Cam, it caused me to have a lot of mood swings. Like some days I would try to be entertained by this. Like these foolish, desperate guys, it's just, they look so ridiculous. You know what I mean? It is so humorous and entertaining because, of how just insane this is. And then there was a lot of times that I would feel very angry. And then there was a lot of times I would feel very depressed. Like, it's like, dang, this is my only value, my only worth. It doesn't matter how I try to direct the connection into showcasing something else of value. This at the end of the day is always the ultimate goal, reason, purpose for trying to get close to me every single time. And it really would depress me sometimes. I can see why a lot of gay people in there just become cold hearted hoes. Cold hearted hoes. Like, I'm serious. Like, they really don't care about the guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really don't care about the guys. And it's because of that. It's truly because of that. Like, seriously, I get it. You know? But yeah, it's a serious thing. It's definitely a very serious thing. It's very intense, and I hated it. But I was very grateful that after my initial experience, I started to realize, like, okay, well, I need to now start to pick somebody that I could actually really like. And the good Lord heard my prayers, and He delivered me Cam. And I didn't think that it was going to last like this. I never in my wildest dreams thought that Cam and I would have become what we are today. That 3 years later, we're still here. He's in there. I'm out here. I'm faithful as hell. I pray to God that He is too. And I really do believe that He is. I've had my times where I'm like insecure or have doubts, but I really don't think so. I think there's more of a chance of me doing something, stepping out on him than him doing that to me. But who knows. But I just gotta have faith and trust, and that's what I do. Like just the same as he does. So yeah, but it's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. And that's all I got for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I tried to make it a little bit more humorous, but it's an intense topic for real. It's very crazy. It's very, very crazy. And it's honestly how it is. It's honestly how it is. And I hate that so many people try to change the narrative, that it's something other than what I just said. That's truly how it is. But that's it for this video. If you want to check out any more of my personal experiences, you can check the description. There's my journal is in, there's links to my journal in the description. Otherwise, I will see you in the next Lucky After Dark video. Can you even see me? Alright. Love you guys. Bye.